Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Misha. I will be showing you how I installed these beautiful boho knotless braids on myself. If you're interested, please continue watching. I'm using the Ultra Expression Braiding Hair 3 packs, the Brazilian Pink version human hair in lengths 22, 20, and 18. My tools are a rat tail comb for parting and lock and twist pomade. I love this stuff. A pair of scissors for cleaning up any unruly ends, a braiding spoolie for preparing the hair, and last but not least, some nail glue. Make sure your hair is parted in 4 equal sections first. Make sure everything is nice and neat. Make sure that if you cannot get the parts as neat as possible, someone else helps you. Also, for the braiding pattern, I'm going to be using the brick later, which I would actually insert for you to see. For the curly pieces, take out your bundle and cut it into pieces to make it easier to separate the hair from the weft. I did a few pieces and then I went to separate the hair from the weft with my scissors. Now this is my first time ever cutting human hair off of a weft, so just make sure, like, what I'm doing is just you take your time. It may feel weird to you like it did to me, but you get the hang of it. Like, stop telling yourself you can't do something, just do it. Honestly, you will get the hang of it. Before I start braiding my hair, I want to prep the human hair. The human hair won't stay in the braid if the ends are blunt. So you have to feather the end slightly so nothing sticks out of the braid. So I did take my lock and twist pomade and I applied it to my root. I try not to apply too much because later on, after your braids are done, you don't want buildup just sitting on your scalp within like the first week or two. So don't apply too much. Apply enough where, you know, it's laid nice and flat. That's pretty much it. And then use your rat tail comb just to comb some of that product throughout your strands. Now, I typically on my own head braid at least 2 or 3 times before I add my first piece of hair, and then I add 2 more pieces of hair before I add my first curly piece. So I'm adding my first curly piece after braiding down a few times after inserting my 3 pieces, and I'm just going to keep braiding, and then I braid down at least 3 more inches before I add my second curly piece. I only added 2 curly pieces on every other braid throughout my hair, and I don't like a lot of curly pieces throughout like the look that I'm going for the boho knotless. So like, I think you just customize it to what looks and feels best to you, and if you're a braider and you have a client that wants more curly pieces, then you may use 3 pieces of curly hair on each braid. So honestly, the boho look is customizable. It's not a one size fits all, you know what I'm saying, look. You make it look how you want it to look, and if that looks good to you, then that's all that matters. Make sure you do add pomade to the ends of your hair as well, just to keep those ends looking nice and fresh throughout the weeks. Now I'm adding, I believe, my last piece, which I am going to add pieces on the ends throughout my entire head. I did want that look, so I did add curly pieces to my ends. And for each curly piece that you add on the strand of hair, make sure that you separate the other side of the curly piece so that it flows and hangs. So I added my last piece on my ends, and I'm just braiding it and blending it in with the braiding hair. Once I feel that that specific braid is level with all of the braids, what I'm going to do is take a smidget piece, like a small piece of braiding hair, and I'm going to loop it around my finger a few times to create a knot, like you see me do here right now. Now I'm going to take some nail glue and apply it to that knot, and then I'm also going to just pretty much squeeze it with my finger just to make sure that that piece ain't going nowhere, honey. She's locked, sealed, loaded, and ready to wear. After I'm done with that, I'm just going to remove any straight strands from the braiding hair off of that individual braid, so the only thing remaining is the curly piece. So my hair is not completely done yet. I did dip the ends to get that sleek look. Next, I'm going to take my Bigger Stone mousse and I'm going to apply it to my whole entire head and throughout my strands, just to make sure everything looks and feels nice and neat, like you just came out of the salon, honey. Okay? And this is like my favorite part. I don't know what's so satisfying about just seeing mousse just like melt in my strands. It just really satisfies me. Next, I'm taking Tropical Roots Stimulating Growth Oil and I'm going to spray that to my scalp just to soothe any itch I may have and to add some nice fresh scent to my hair, to add that shine back to my hair, and to make it just look super pretty. Like, I just love the finished result of any braided style. It gives what it's supposed to give, honey. Now I'm taking Cantu Oil Sheen, spraying that on the strands of my hair throughout the entire head and giving that salon finesse like I usually do, honey. You need to make sure that you spray that shine back on them braids, okay? No dull looking braids over here, okay? Just straight, shiny looking, sleek, beautiful, and all that good stuff. You know what I mean. You know exactly what I mean. So this is me, finally done, dolled up. You know, you gotta just doll yourself up after you just got done with your hair. It just adds to the beauty of the style. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a big thumbs up. Leave your comments in the box below. If anyone is looking to book this style, you can also follow me on my Instagram page, Hair and Locks. And yes, I have a booking site up for anyone who is in the location of Broward, Florida, or Miami. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys again in my next video. Bye.